All right, we're going to begin with the bell ringer today. As you came in, I asked you to answer the bell ringer question in your Blackboard, on your Blackboard account. So you were supposed to log in, go to the discussion board, and enter your answer to the bell ringer question. The bell ringer question was, recall from yesterday's lesson, what is called when you change the appearance of the text or of the whole document in Microsoft Word. So what's the answer?
Format.
Format, very good. So today we're going to be using the techniques that we went over yesterday to format a business style letter in block style. So these are the techniques that we're going to review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you to come up and demonstrate one of the techniques. So I can either call your name, you can volunteer, or I'm just going to call your name off the roll. So for today, who can demonstrate a tab stop for me? Jessica. All right. So I'm going to pull up Microsoft on here so everybody else in the whole class can see on the projector these techniques. So demonstrate a tab stop for me, Jess. Okay. So tell us what you're doing. Talk us through.
Giving a little left.
That's right.
It's not working. But you can use all of these.
Yes, you can. All right. So you just mashed it. That was right. That's a right tab. So we're going to set it left indent. So you're going to see the left indent, so the left side is going to be straight.
All right.
So tell us, so put it where you're going to put it.
Okay, you click it.
It's already clicked, so you just click over here.
And I'm going to stick it at
1 inch. Very good. So how would you get the pointer to
click tab.
tab? Very good. Very nice. So if I wanted you to delete that tab, how would you do that?
You click it and you drag it off the screen.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So the next point we're going to do is page numbers. Nathan, can you demonstrate a page number for me?
You go to insert.
Insert.
And you go over header and footers and match page number. And you can choose like one of the three.
Okay, which one would you usually use for if you were typing the paper or something?
Like number 3, the number on the
So
right.
the numbers on the right. Very good. Very nice. So we're going to close that. So we have a nice page number and our left indent is set at 1 inch. So our next thing is going to be paragraph alignment. So we're just going to put a paragraph in here. I have something from this other document. And we're going to stick it right here. All right, so paragraph alignment. Jessica, if you were to align the paragraph center, what would you do? Talk us through the steps.
You would highlight it all. Highlight it all. And then you pick which alignment you want, like center or to the left.
Right.
Or if you are, I did it all backwards or like that.
Very good. If you ever wonder what either one of these is called, you're going to run your mouse over it. So that one's called justify. So it aligns text in both in the left and the right margins.
There's no space.
So in this one's here, right this row it says center. And this one it says left and right. So if you ever get confused, that's how you can sort them out. All right, so our next point is going to be paragraph indent. Nathan, can demonstrate how I would indent this paragraph.
Yes, tab.
Tab, that's one way to do it. What would be another way to do it?
You could take the top.
So what is that called? That's called what? First line.
First line is it.
Very good. All right, if I wanted to do a hanging indent, so if I wanted to do the second line, I would take this bottom section right here and I would drag it. And it's going to align the line following the first line.
I like citations.
Yeah, we would use it for citations if you're using APA, correct. All right, so the next point is we're going to do line spacing. So let's undo all that. So just to demonstrate line spacing. Highlight, and we won't make you come back across again.
Highlight, and then you pick your line spacing.
Perfect, yes. But, so you typically use 2.0 for
Papers.
right.
Pretty much.
Alrighty, and our next one is going to be word font, words, and font size. Why don't you show us all those, Jessica?
Okay.
Talk us through it.
Okay, so we're doing word font.
What tab are you on?
I'm on home.
Home tab.
Home tab. I highlighted them all, and I am picking Times New Roman font.
Okay.
And I want to change the size. I'm picking size 12.
And that's the typical size of font that you use for professional documents or papers or anything like that. Okay, and I'll show you how to do a margin. If I remember, I'll just talk you through it. So we're going to go to page layout, and so you see this margin button right here on the page setup right here. And typically you're going to have 1 inch margins, but if you want narrow, you can choose narrow, moderate. Typically, it's going to be 1 inch to 1/2 inch, especially on a business letter. And we will talk about that in a second. Going back to our presentation. So now we're going to start talking about formatting and the definitions and the different parts of the letter. So business letter is a letter written in formal language. It's going to be real formal, and it's used when writing from one business organization to another, or correspondence between such organizations and their customers, clients, and other external parties. So the purpose of it is for placing orders, making inquiries, requesting claims and adjustments, to apologize for a wrong. So if a customer had a problem with their customer service experience, you could write a letter to the customer apologizing for their poor experience that they had, or just to convey goodwill, say good luck, or we appreciate your business, or just anything like that. So next I have these handouts for you guys. This is going to, I need you to keep this in your binder, your classroom binder, is the format of a business letter. And it shows you how many spaces should be in between each part, and the numbers of the part we'll discuss throughout the rest of this presentation, throughout the lecture. So the first part, it can either be a header, which can be provided by the company you're working for, or you can type it in yourself. So it has your name, company, address, phone number, stuff like that. And then your heading is going to be 2. So when I say 2 lines below, I mean if you press enter, it would just be once. But 2 lines, if you push shift and enter, it's going to go 2 lines like that. Does that make sense? So the date will go 2 lines below that, and then below the date, it'll go 4 lines, and it'll be the recipient's address. So whoever you're sending a letter to, that's where their information will go. After that, you're going to put the salutation, which is going to be dear, whatever the recipient's name is. You're going to put the subject there, and the subject needs to be clear and concise, so they know exactly what they're reading about when they're reading, just read the letter. And then 2 lines below that, you'll start your paragraph, and typically you're going to have 3 paragraphs. You'll have introductory, a body paragraph, and a closing paragraph. And then below that, you'll have the closing, goodbye part, and then you'll have 4 lines of blank space where you would sign your name, and then have it typed below that. So we're going to go through each part and all the formatting of each section of each. So first off, I want you to write on your handout that typically you're going to have 1 inch, 1/2 inch margins around the edge. So write that along the top so you'll have that for real. Awesome. Next, so the very first part, number 1 on your handout. The letterhead and the sender's address. This includes the company's name, logo symbol. So if you are working for, let's say, you're working for Starbucks, you're going to have their logo at the top and their address. You're going to have their address, the zip number, telephone number, fax number, email address, website, any way that they can contact you or visit your company or physical address. You're going to have that included in the header section of the letter. The header is usually given by the company with the logo, address, and contact information given. If there is none, the sender's name, address, and contact details can be typed, so you can insert them yourself. The second part is the date. The date consists of the date name, the date, name of the month, and the year. So you would spell it all out. If the letter sheet includes a letterhead, type the date 2 to 3 lines under the letterhead. Else, type it under the return address. The date is written using the American method, which you would spell out the word of the month. So in this example, they're using July 4th. So they spell out July, put the number 4, comma, and 2016. Never write it like 7-416 or 7/ using, these are the hyphens and then using the slashes here because it shows that the writer is careless or is in a great hurry. They're not taking the time to make it formal and look presentable and nice. Number 3 on your handout is the inside address. It includes the name and the address of the firm or the individual to whom the letter is written. So whoever you're sending the letter to, this is where all their personal information goes. It's also the information that will probably be on that side of the envelope, or if you're emailing it, it's the same inside the letter. It's written on the left side beside the margin, 2 spaces below the date line. So when you have the date line, you're going to push shift enter twice, and then you'll have it written right there. You'll use courtesy titles before the name of the receiver, such as Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, etc. The address can also begin with a job title or a department. If you don't know the name, for example, it can be the sales manager or the accounts department, etc.
So if I'm trying to doctor, like doctor.
Exactly. You put Dr. Smith, sales manager, or Dr. Smith, professor, or president, or whatever he is.
So it's very important.
Right. If they have a title, put their title because it makes them, that you know their station and their job and what they do. The salutation, which is number 4 on your handout. So the salutation is this part right here, is right before you introduce the letter. So you're going to go, it's considered a compliment or a greeting. It's written beside the left-hand margin, 2 spaces below the inside address. So right here on the letter, it's 2 lines above the body of the letter. It's also above the subject, if you include a subject on there. It is followed by comma or colon. Salutation depends on the gender type, number, or the social status of the person addressed. Sorry, here it goes. So be dear sir, dear madam, dear Mr. John, dear Nancy, dear sales manager. If you don't know what their name is or who you're addressing, you at least know that you're addressing the manager of the sales department. So dear sales manager, dear customer, dear ladies and gentlemen, if you're addressing us in group. The subject, and it comes right below the salutation. And the subject's really optional. Some people don't include it, but it's really helpful if some people, you're just skimming through it, they know exactly what they're reading about, if it needs to make sense. The subject is used so that the reader immediately knows what your letter is about. Subject usually comes between the salutation and the body. It should be a simple word or phrase that represents the letter as a whole. So like I said, it's optional, but if you do use it, that needs to be really concise.
Like, for example, like I was talking about like selling bubble gum, like what would it be? Like
Selling bubble gum. That would
Right.
probably be your title.
I mean like so if I was like talking to them like it might I'd be like dear bubblegum customers or I don't know.
Dear customers, and then you say bubble gum specials if you're having a special.
Okay.
So you include what it's talking about. Like if I was planning a party or something and I was trying to schedule it with the event planner, I would say event specifics, or this is what I need you to schedule for. So you would say specifics for this event. Exactly. So you have the details they need to know what the letter is about. All right, on to the body. So the body is going to be 2 lines below the subject. So the main characteristics of a full block letter is that everything except maybe the pre-printed letterhead is flush with the left margin. So it's all going to be to the left. And full block letters are a little more formal than modified block letters. We'll discuss that later when we look at the different types of letter formatting. So it begins with 2 spaces below the salutation or the subject, whichever one you use, contains the message or the information to be communicated. So you want to put the most important, lengthiest, prominent part written in correct, appealing, and impressive style. So it's normally divided into 3 parts. It has an introductory paragraph, a middle paragraph, and a closing paragraph. And it needs to be double spaced between each paragraph, so it's not pushed together. So that is clear that there's 3 different parts to the letter. Typically, you want to keep it to this length because any longer than that, people aren't really going to read it because it's going to be too time consuming, especially if it's something that you need to get the point across quickly. So stick to that format when you are writing this letter. Complimentary close. It is written 2 spaces below the last line of the body. So it's going to be sincerely or thank you or things like that. Respectfully yours or faithfully. That's the more formal ways. The formal ones are thank you, warm regards, best wishes, things like that. Those are going to be, you'll write your phrase. Typically in a business letter, you're going to say sincerely, and you're going to have a comma. The signature is written 2 spaces below the complimentary close. So you'll put shift, enter, and then you'll type, I'll change that. It's actually 4 spaces because you'll do 4 spaces, blank spaces for the actual written signature, and then your typed in word is your written name. The third one would be if you have a business title or anything. The signature typically acts as a proof.